Is it on? Yeah. Oh yes, it is on. Hello. No, people. I'm sorry. You see, this is what happens when you're on bitches on a budget. Okay, when you got no money, it's just unprofessional man. That's all I'm saying. Welcome, folks. I believe this is podcast number 14, and we're coming to you live and direct after Paris. And I know some of you probably are still in your hangover mood. All you Djokovic fans, you're probably still feeling that fever. I'm so sorry. And Djokovic has been silent for the whole week, unless I actually know. Paparazzi snapped a picture with him and Stefan going out strolling in a stroller. But you guys gotta deal with it. Stanimal is posing on the beach and he's all over the place. So it is stand time in Paris. Just get over it. Deal. Next week, next year, you have another 2 weeks to wait. So we are here this week, and I think we can officially say the grass season has begun.
Yay!
Because I know folks like Janina just were like, I hate the fucking clay. And as a matter of fact, they're even getting rid of, I think this year there's been less Clico tournaments than there have in previous years. So there's less dirt to go around, and I believe there's no more Clico tournaments to be played for the year, right? I think there might be an odd one or two somewhere.
Yeah, there's usually an odd one in June or something, July somewhere. Yeah.
Right, but I mean, none of the real people are going to be showing up at those events. But from here on in, it's either grass or grass court, and then later on, indoors. So today we have a fun episode for you. Don't mind I don't sound so funny, but hopefully it's hilarious. But before we get anywhere, we got to deal with the Realz News in tennis. And I think I'm not even sure who to give the props to first, but you know what? I'm just gonna go with Camilla Georgie in case you need some money. I gotta give.
Oh, we don't get introduced. We do not get introduced.
Oh my God.
I feel like we should just hang up and start over.
I'm not even drunk.
Start
No,
over.
no. It's fine. I'm not even drunk. I'm not even drunk.
No.
Okay. People, let's.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm so sorry. My co-hosts are here. I guess we were having too much fun earlier. So let's go. Thank you, Auntie. This is why I need someone else here with me. A serious adult. I'm not sure about the others, but So let's go. As always, I have my 3 lovely co-hosts with me. As always, I'm so sorry for forgetting all about you. And Andrine is here from Solely Tennis Travel. And as always, Janina, who might be a little bit distracted this evening, for the next 15 minutes.
Damn
while LeBron takes care of business.
Exactly. Depending on the results for the NBA Finals right now, we might depend the mood of Janina. And as always, Karen, Lady Come Lately, is here with us.
Whatever.
So. Trying to get an attitude? Look.
I love it. Listen, she's not the spin for nothing, okay?
We ain't got no time for this, okay? So, I think we should be giving you since you should get the microphone, because, today I think Camilla Georgie should clear up some debt. She got herself a paycheck, a nice one. I don't know how big it is, but she won her first title on grass in... I'm gonna fuck this all up. Huggenbosch?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Let's just say the Top Shelf Open.
Yeah,
Okay,
the top shelf open.
Okay, yeah, she did. Yeah, she did.
It's also just her first title period, right?
Is it sponsored by liquor?
Now everything sounds shady. Okay.
We could have been Top Shelf Realz Tennis Podcast, but apparently that's not gonna be happening now, is it?
Oh dear.
But yeah, Top Shelf. She won her first title ever. This is her 4th final, and the first time she won a title. And she beat another first-time finalist. A first-time finalist, Belinda Bencic, in straight sets. And I've got to say, Belinda Bencic, you didn't conduct yourself properly at all. I mean, seriously. This was a chance of a lifetime, and I think you have a game suited for grass. I don't know. Karen, you let me know.
I don't know. Hit hard with no thought as to spin and control or anything. Hit hard and hope it goes where you want it, where you think it's going to go.
Are we talking about Camilla or are we talking about Belinda? Because that's
not
like the
Camilla's
same.
game.
Okay.
Bencic is a more powerful version of Hingis. And I know the Hingis people out there are going to say, really? I think she is.
I think
She
so
plays
too.
with precision. She plays with nice change of pace on her shots. Her movement needs improvement, but her game style is for somebody who's so young. It's really advanced, and I like watching her play. Um, she just
But
she just didn't have. She was just overpowered today by Georgie. That was basically it. Her inexperience came in, and Georgie's experience, in these situations came to the fore. She played the big points better. I don't think she faced a break point during the whole match.
no, she didn't.
And even more so, her serving numbers were really good. She hit, what, two double faults today.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think she had like 20 something.
in this tournament, she played a match that she hit 23 double faults.
What the hell?
Yes,
And
against
she won the
Shvedova.
match.
Against Shvedova in the
And
quarterfinal.
she won.
And
How
she
do you,
won.
how do you even win?
So,
That's some bullshit right there.
there's something to be said for her mental game, apparently, because hitting that many double faults, I mean, the only person I've seen who has been able to do that and still win matches is Sharapova. So, but I didn't watch the match because I was, oh,
Okay.
a terrible day. But I didn't watch the match, but from what I saw of the scoreboard and from what I saw from both of them this week, because Benchik played a really good match against Jankovic.
Yeah, she won 6-3, 6-3. I was really impressed by that. I thought Yelena was going to vulture this tournament. I was like, girl, it's hard for you to get a tournament these days.
But at 18 years old, making a WTA final and, really good progression and things, big things for Belinda for the rest of the season, I think.
And guess who still hasn't made the finals? No shade or tea.
I mean, you have
Sloan
players
girl.
other than Belinda Bencic who are yet to reach a tour final.
Sloan, I'm talking to you.
She's never been in a final ever anywhere.
No,
Anywhere.
maybe in an ITF
Girl.
tournament somewhere, but never on the main. And she has the game. There is nothing stopping Stevens from getting to a final.
Did she play this week?
No,
she's playing next week.
I think she's going to be playing Eastbourne.
So, yes. And while we're still at top shelf, we could get on to the men's. Nicholas Mahut won himself a tournament. I think. And oddly enough, this is his second tournament. This is his second title at Hogan Bosch. He beat Stanley in 2013 in the final.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is his London.
So
yeah,
he
this
loves
is his. Yeah, he loves this tournament.
He loves this tournament, and I think he guarantees himself.
But always as a qualifier, though. He wins it as a qualifier.
He's at 100 and something. Yeah, he's outside the top 100. So
I
he got himself a
that
little
means that there's depth on the WTA, on the ATP.
Well, you know something I just found out about him this week is that he's married and he has a child. As a matter of fact, he has 2 children. He has a stepson and a daughter, I think. He definitely
Who does? Mahut?
Mahut, yeah.
How old is he? I thought he was young.
He's 31, 32. But I
Oh
don't
gosh,
hear
he
about
looks
how
like
marriage.
a baby.
I don't hear how marriage and children works for his life, though. I'm just saying. I'm just calling that narrative bullshit. Okay, just letting you know.
Well,
I'm really happy for him. I think he might be at Wimbledon, and John Isner tweeted, just don't he shouldn't be in my draw. John Isner, let me just put it to you this way, boo. It doesn't matter who is in your way. You're not getting out to the third round of Wimbledon. You're just not. Just letting you know.
Which is really bizarre for somebody with that big of a weapon.
No, because as much as people think that
John
grass
Isner?
is about
Yeah.
grass, everybody thinks that grass is just you go out and hit some really hard ball. It requires you to think, something John Isner doesn't do on court.
Yeah,
But also, you know what? It's also a little bit of, his movement is not that strong, and grass does call for a little bit of fleet of foot on that surface. Even though you have a good serve, if you got a good serve and a good forehand, which should traditionally make it work for you, you can't, just like on clay, it gives him time. I think grass is completely the opposite. I think grass
Takes away time.
It takes away time from him, and I think that has been his That has been his problem. You know, the serve keeps him there, but once the rally gets going, and his movement,
Yeah, he's
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit, and he's too big to move around to be that quick.
He's not comfortable. Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
comfortable
he doesn't
mover.
look comfortable at all. It just always look like he has to get out of his own body. We're like he has to wind up or something. Ugh. Anyway, and the biggest news of all is that Dividal won Stuttgart, which was a clay court tournament last year. I believe he won it 2005, 2006, or 7. He won it twice before when it was on clay. This time around, he won it on when it was grass, trying to resurge his career. Oh, Mahout beat David.
I almost missed that. I almost missed it.
You know what? I appreciated how much Rafa fans were celebrating. What is this, a 250? Because usually I get all kinds of shade when other people win 250s, but this was a bomb to Rafa fans, and so I'm really happy. I'm happy that because it's hard to turn around after losing Roland Garros and go and win a title. You know how difficult that has been.
Oh my God!
Traditionally for other people.
Real.
So apparently it was very brave of Rafa to do that because no one else has ever done that. Losing horribly at Roland Garros and turning around and winning a grass title.
When you're the 6th seed, losing in the quarterfinals when you're the 6th seed, and to the number 1 player in the world. You know,
it's hard. It's hard.
real.
Life is hard. So I celebrated it. He looked really happy though. The pictures on my timeline.
Of course he was happy. Yeah. In how long?
Okay, I might just have to check myself and think I'm an undiluted hater because I thought he looked rather uncomfortable.
No, he looked really happy. Yeah, he was so happy.
I thought he looked like praise Jesus.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, I won.
Roland Garros.
Yes.
Maybe, but and funny enough, I watched several of his. I think I watched all of his matches except against Monfils and the final. I couldn't see the final. Basic Dividal showed up. It was just basic.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, nobody took the chances here.
Right.
You think that somebody should have
this is my moment. Straight sets. Back Dadis was up nearly a double break in the first set. He lost. He had a chance to get but he decided that this was not the time he didn't want. He wasn't concerned about paying for his, paying childcare and whatever he needs to do with his money. And Tomic, I thought I thought he had a chance to even do something, make a name for himself since Kyrgios is getting all of the thunder and he's still ranked ahead of Nicholas. So I thought he was going to be like, I am really the number 1 Australian, but as usual, Bernard has more interest in doing bullshit on court than actually playing tennis. So he lost out on a good opportunity to get a Dividal win under his belt.
That's what I was thinking. I thought somebody was going to be like, listen, this is my shot, this is my shot, this is my shot. Nope.
Right. I think Nadal won. He beat Viktor Troitsky, who was in his second final for the year. Nadal beat Troitsky 7-6, 6-3. I know I forgot what's his name? Mahout beat David Goffin 7-6, 6-1. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but Goffin, I don't understand.
Magic happens. Magic happens when you go to your favorite tournament. Yeah. That was nice.
So, I mean, there's nothing more left for us to really be talking about in terms of tennis news, Next week we'll be playing Halle, we're playing Birmingham. And that's where I'm playing London.
And the Nottingham final was postponed.
Yes. Somebody needs to explain to me. I need diagrams. I know I could see the highlights, but that would not do. Somebody needs to explain to me why Monica Nicolescu bageled Radwanska. Ursula. We're talking about Agnieszka, okay?
Well, because she hasn't done anything. I mean, it's really not that big of a surprise if you think about what her year has looked
Monica
like.
Nicolescu. It's a surprise.
So, she managed to trouble Serena at some point, somewhere, someday.
Serena was troubling herself, okay? This is Aga.
Stop making up excuses. I told you Aga's done. When are you going to start listening to me?
No, this is crazy because my timeline was on fire when Aga won 2 matches in a row. Everybody was just like, Aga is back.
And think of how pathetic it is that that's what they're celebrating.
Listen, we're celebrating I thought she was steadying herself. I didn't think she was back. I just thought she was getting steadier. Because this is the kind of tournament you vulture traditionally.
Yep.
So I just thought she was getting steadier. That's all.
And she was back at home. No one is in her way. She was gonna be like, yes. But I guess that rain washed out Nottingham quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Put her in trouble. She had an extra day's rest, and she lost her mind somewhere between Saturday into Sunday. So.
Seriously, I mean, for somebody who was always such a stalwart in the top 10 for so many years.
Yeah, she's having just a lull. Yeah, she's had a real lull right now. I guess it's a little bit like you say, Karen. It's also her confidence is maybe a bit shot. So usually when you can get yourself out of a difficult situation, that confidence isn't there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she better get out quickly because these girls are gonna be taking that's a buy.
Yeah.
Every time they see her, it's a buy. You're definitely in the next round. Money is definitely sure. So,
Baba's going out, and she's not even going to make it to the third round at Wimbledon.
Oh.
Well, we'll see how the draw goes, no?
Right. She might dress Venus, but you know what? She has lost a lot.
It doesn't even matter who she plays.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, our fans, I guess our people are all eager and excited. We have a special little segment. Well, it's not a little segment, but a special little segue. Several weeks ago, we did Miami Sizzle, and we took on the top 6 hot men's of the ATP Tour. Now, we decided, we had gender equality here, no shaded, no tea, we're all about gender. We're all PC and gender equality. This is a family show, according to Karen. Okay? So today's episode, we are all about the lovely ladies of the WTA. We are picking our top 6. And people are just going to be 100% real with you because, I'm always 100%. This was like calculus for me. This is advanced calculus. I mean, fuck that. This was quantum physics, okay? This is really hard.
It wasn't that hard.
Karen, I'm telling you, this was a task. I mean...
So says the woman with a list. What's your list?
You got called out. He completely got
Why
called.
was it difficult, Reels? Why was it difficult?
I mean, okay. I have to change my religion in order to get down with this list. And then, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know. I just didn't. I can appreciate the women aesthetically and be like, oh my God, she looks hot in a dress. But, when it comes to be like sexy, I'm just like, no, like like broccoli.
Can I offer another way too? I think in a weird way, I've been so trained not to sexualize the women on the tour. I have to say that. I think a little bit of home training has really worked well for me. That no sexualization of females as they do their work. And so to then kind of put on that, hey, who's the hottest ladies on tour hat, I had to really sort of pull apart all of my my desires not to go down that road because it happens so often to the ladies, and that's supposedly the big thing, right? Women are constantly sexualized, and so let's not take the easy road. And so I actually found it like it's like smoking pot in America versus smoking pot in a country where it's allowed.
You felt a little naughty.
I felt naughty. I felt really naughty having to say, okay, I'm going to sexualize these ladies because it's just ingrained in me that you just don't do that. And that was my first layer of resistance to creating the list, was trying to go against the grain that I've been taught and actually really believe in.
Right. And I actually prefer that if I pick some of these women, also, I'm just going to give myself, jump on that bandwagon because that really wasn't all my excuse. But I was just like, God, I'm going to sound like such a sexist pig, and people are just going to comment. Well, the one or two people who actually comment are just going to be like, you motherfucker, why y'all objectifying women? And I was just
let's just put this out there, guys.
Mm-hmm.
People who are listening to us and everything like that, this is all in good fun.
Yeah.
This is a slow period in the game. All of us here, we respect the women's game. We love the women. You know, we are entertained by them. We think they are
The
you know,
shit.
The shits.
so
They throw it down. We like them for that.
basically we're catering to a untapped audience. The women out there who admire the women who play.
Yes.
Let's do it.
So
Okay.
this is you. We are switching teams for these ladies. Okay,
Yes,
we're switching
including
teams
Realz.
for these, including Realz.
It's a big deal. This is a big
And
deal.
you know what's even crazy? My usual logical rationale doesn't really apply. I couldn't get it to work. I mean,
Well,
What? You mean to tell me you weren't willing to be taken care of by one of these ladies? 'Cause that's your rationale.
Pocketbook. I wasn't concerned about, I'm all about pocketbook. I'm all about spending time at home,
Oh
all
my
right, Realz, who's your number 6?
My number 6 is, for some strange reason, Sonia Mirza.
Oh.
I don't know.
Explain.
But, I mean, I just gotta say, from aesthetically, she got a nice pair of jogs. They're not too big. They're not too small. They're more than a handful. And when she's gonna work it, I mean, I try to, I mean, like I give it a whirl, right? And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with those jogs if they're ever in front of me. But I just gotta say, she wears a nice brassiere all the time. Those girls are always supported. They're never flapping all over the place. I'm talking to you, Petra. I'm talking to you, Petra. That's right. And
Oh, that's great.
and she's always, I mean, like I never see it, and she's faced a lot of flack, and I think she has a backbone. She's the kind of, the kind of woman who'll be like, yeah, you're fucking with me, I wouldn't stand for this nonsense. And, she speaks up, because she had to face a lot of adversity in her just being a female tennis player from India, and being of Muslim faith, the whole shebang, whatever the case may be. She dresses really nicely, and she seems like a really nice girl. And if I'm going to apply my logic, she got that doubles money coming in. Thank you, Martina Hendricks. She got that doubles money coming in.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Love it.
That's my number 6.
That's your number 6. All right.
Yeah.
Who's next? I'll go next.
Yes.
Okay.
My number 6 is Miss Serena Williams.
Oh.
Ooh, number 6.
Mm.
Tell us
Yeah.
why.
Tell us.
Well,
Can you handle all of that? Can you
no.
Can you handle all of that?
I don't think so. However, she's one of the few, maybe the only woman on tour who has a body like a woman. She's got boobs. She's got an ass. Her body is banging. And I know a lot of people think that she's too big because she doesn't look like a boy, like a lot of the women, athletic women tend to not be overly developed in the sense of the way we think about sexy women. So, yeah, but I mean, I don't know if I'd really want her in that way, but I would love to hang out with her. I think she would be a lot of fun, except I don't think she drinks. That could be a problem. But we could definitely like sing karaoke and dance. But I mean, she's hot. She is hot.
Yeah, I would say she does. She does. When I mean, I think a tankini, a bikini that she wears on the beach is a little bit too little.
But you know what? Good for you for being proud of what you got. And when she puts on a dress and she shows up to these player parties, she can fill it out. And I'm like, damn, girl.
Except that yellow mess she wore last year at WTA Yearning Championship. That was a hot shit, okay? But I just gotta say, as it's your girl, she's in number 6. She gotta hook herself up with a better on-court weave. The tennis wig, the playing wig, second for me, okay? But I've seen her when she dresses up. When she went to that event recently, for the awards, she and
Yeah.
Novak, she
Yeah.
looked really, really impressive. She was, the edges were snatched. I mean, I gotta say, and Patrick looked cute as an accessory. He did look cute.
Like a nice purse. You know, I think the best Serena has ever looked to me is her appearance on David Letterman in that red dress.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
That's hands
Yes.
down the sexiest Serena look ever. And yeah, I'm not mad at your number 6, but the funny thing about your number 6 is your number 6 can buy probably all of your numbers, so you're well taken care of. You know?
And you know, I'll be coming over, Sonia and I'll be coming over to hang out, to sing karaoke. So
All
Serena,
right,
just in
Avery,
case,
who's your number 6?
You asking me?
Yes.
Yes.
My number 6 is actually somebody that I didn't really like, but then when I started thinking about who I would hang out with, she seemed like a lot of fun. So my number 6 is Andrea Petkovic.
what?
I know, it's weird, right? I mean, I think, you know what? She's very forthcoming in the sense that she seems like if we were gonna go out, we would laugh and have the best freaking time ever.
And then
Seems
some
like a
end up
mood.
drunk, and then
You
end
know,
up
and get drunk, maybe
And she
you get
would-
maybe.
and then one thing led to another.
I
and
know,
then
exactly, and then whatever. But you know, this is one of those situations where somebody says personality definitely wins out. I don't think she's traditionally hot. She's not really physically anything that I would find appealing, but I think that her personality definitely wins out in this case. So that's why she's my number 6. And she's often injured, so we'd probably get the chance to hang out a lot.
I told you. My logic works, right?
And yeah, for her, definitely. And you know what? She's like a guy's girl because a lot of the guys like her. So I also think it'd be kind of a nice, carousing atmosphere. We might get some hot guys over. So that also helps.
Might be your
Oh,
wing.
wow. Oh
She
my
could be
God.
my wing girl for this whole thing, right? Sorry, Andrea. You're cool and all. But no. I think I could have a good time with Andrea. I would no regrets. No regrets with this number 6.
But you know what? You're funny you mentioned that because I was about to say I usually find her humor always seem like a boy. That she
Yeah,
always seems like
very
a joke,
tomboyish.
tomboyish, and just like a jokes are gonna be like a 12-year-old, just like I can't hang with you, girl. But you know what? Might just get some hot guys come over, and you know,
We make it a
Yeah.
party. Bow chicka
we're
bow
making a
bow.
party. Exactly. Where's the hotel room key? Let's go. I got the bottles. Andrea's
Oh my God, you're horrible.
Karen, do you even have a number 6?
I do, actually.
All right.
Victoria Azarenka.
Woo!
Yeah.
What? Tell
And
me.
for the same reason that Andreen chose Andrea Petkovic, you know, she just
Yeah,
seems
she
like the
seems
kind of
cool.
person that, you know, you go out with and you drink and you just do all kinds of stuff, smoke some weed, listen to some Bob Marley, get high. You know that song that Rita Marley sing, that she sing, I wanna get high, so high. Yeah, I can see me and Vika just
Hi,
drawing
man.
on that blunt, sitting on some real good Courvoisier. Yeah. And then we just hit it.
Oh shit, this room is smoky right now.
Yeah, there's no room for Red Food music right there. No room for Red Food.
Wow. All righty.
Okay.
Oh, I love that. I love the number 6s. There's some surprising ones up in there.
Okay.
Number 5.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. So, it's going to be a little surprise here, but my number 5 is Petra Kitova. I know. You know what?
Defend yourself. Defend yourself.
I have to defend myself. But I'm going to tell you, Petra, no shade, no tea. Girl, but I think you could teach me a few things about sex. I'm just saying. You look like that little girl, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, I don't think she's good at sex." But you know what, Petra? I I looked into your eyes, Petra, and I know your secrets. You probably have that Kama Sutra memorized inside out. You actually you can give those girls on tour some moves because I'm just letting you know. No, I just know that you might be clean on the street, but a freak in the sheets. Petra, you have it written all over you.
She does
And
seem
you know-
quiet but deadly. She does
Exactly.
seem quiet but
She
deadly.
looks like the kind of, because I'm telling you, she put the roots on Radix Stefani. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because, you know,
great.
I mean, you look at Vida Silva and you look at Martina and you could be like, I could see that happening. But then in comes Petra. And Petra had no shame about her game. She didn't hide that shit. She put that shit on blast.
And she didn't wait for the marriage to be over.
And be
She
like,
went and hit it, and then she says, "You know what? You're interfering with my tennis career."
oh no, I think the sponsor stepped in. Petra didn't give a shit about tennis.
Yeah,
Because-
she's like, dude.
No, the sponsor stepped in and said, girl, you would be playing in a sack come next week if you don't drop this motherfucker. You know what? Petra, you're my number 5 because I know you have a lot of shit to teach me. And I know once we get that liquor out, you will be hilarious. I'm telling you, you should be up on the list just for the educate. I'm telling you, the insight into the sexual world. Petra.
I love it. He
Yeah.
went instructor. Tennis. He went to
Exactly.
instructor.
Because I know you had Radix Stefanik chained up in some room. I know you did. Don't tell me no lie, Petra.
Petra
You
has a
had
red room
dozen.
of pain.
There is a and she was dominating. She was.
Oh my
Petra
god.
was gonna teach me how to get people to submit to me. And Petra, you're my number 5. You definitely number 5.
All right. Well, my number 5 is my fun factor.
I love that.
I think this woman would be an absolute riot to hang out with. I don't necessarily find her attractive at all, but I have seen photos of her where I think she looks absolutely amazing. And it is Little Miss Francesca Schiavone.
Oh my God!
You know what?
That's my number 5 as well.
I almost picked Franny. But I was just
I love
You
her.
fight to the death for Fran. For Fran.
Yeah.
I think that she would be so much
I
fun.
know.
She's just like this little firecracker. And you never know what you're going to get. And I could just see, like, hanging out with her and having drinks and just chilling and laughing and being silly and being goofy and just fun. Just so much fun. I want to sit and chat with her. And she has nice lips, too. I will give her that much. She's not someone who you look at and go, wow, she's beautiful by any means. I will never forget one time I was watching her play and Jason came in because, you know, she has such a distinctive grunt and he's like, what's going on the TV? And he said, who's that guy? And I was like, stop!
Franny looked like the kind of girl who would grab her crotch like she have a pair of balls. She was.
No doubt. And I just think she would be so fun.
She looked like the kind of girl that would get drunk and then, you know, she'd be like, look around, I'm going to pee between these cars right now. I don't know.
And you know what? I've been there.
Involved in there.
Franny looked like
I would be like, girl, I will shield you, and then you will shield me.
Franny looked like that kind of crazy. Like she will get down and dirty, you know.
Well, since you guys have the same number 5, why did you pick her, Karen?
I picked her because I love red wine. And I love wine, period. And, you know, Franny just looks like she's Italian. And I can see her, you know, both of us, you know, in Italy, going to a wine vineyard or, a vineyard or something and just opening up a bottle and just talking again, smoking some weed.
Karen, I have a little question for you. Are you the female version of Bill Cosby? Because drunk and liquor seems to always be a part of your studio. What's going on here, okay?
I'm
Are you trying to take
everything.
people They're willing to submit.
Everything goes better with weed.
Says the Islander.
I hope it stops at weed because you know what? Anytime the pill fall, we're in trouble, okay?
Well, I guess we have an Italian theme because my number 5 is Italian.
I'm trying to be okay.
My number 5 is Camila Giorgi.
Oh,
okay. My goodness! No, you have to give an explanation because that girl looks like she got a stick stuck up her ass.
I have an explanation. I think she has financial issues. But she's very hot to me. I think on a purely physical level, I think Camila Giorgi is very physically sexy. Like I think she dresses in a very provocative way, and she's very
by her mother.
Yeah, by her mother, by the way. So her own mother knows what she's doing. I'm not even certain if she's interesting. I'm not even certain if we have a good conversation.
You just want to look at her.
My number 5 is just pure hotness. I think she's hot. I think she looks hot. I love the way she puts her outfits together. They look like they're underwear, maybe. I don't know. That one is purely based on the physical. Nothing mental about that. She might be dumb. She might be. I mean, but if I'm going to judge her by her tennis, she seems highly volatile. So that relationship would probably end up going in flames. It seems like one of those,
you can't support that kind of relationship.
No, right? This is the kind of relationship where you're like on hot and cold. This seems like a hot and cold relationship to me. Like you're fabulous, you're awesome, we're gonna have a good time in bed, but you're gonna drive me crazy and we're gonna break up a few times.
I call those relationships firecracker relationships.
Firecracker.
Right, that firecracker, and it's all excited. Ooh, it's sparkling, and then poof. Shrapnel on the ground and it's done.
I know. I know.
Can't get that back again.
So number 5 we're Italians. It's Italians. Oh. The Italian ladies brought it.
Janine, who was your number 6?
My number 6 was Serena. Pay attention.
Oh yes. That was so not in my mind. Say the guy. So okay, my number 4. I think we don't have a theme here, but I'm going to go for a German. And my number 4 is Boom Boom Sabine Lisicki.
Oh, you know what? I totally considered her for my list.
I thought about her for my list, but she seemed annoying. So I didn't.
But you see, here's my thing, right?
I didn't even think about her.
She looked like she's going to get messy drunk. And the kind of messy drunk that's always going to be weeping and crying. And then she's not to go. And then you're good to go. No obligation. So,
oh my God.
Fun, it's gonna be good fun. We're gonna.
Oh my God!
And she's very beautiful, and she dresses very nice. Every player party, she works. Nice, she looks very nice. She got her hair done right. She got lots of time because she's.
Well, she's one of those people. She's gorgeous until she opens her mouth and you see her vampire teeth.
But you see, that's the thing. Guys are still gonna come around, and she has. To me, and the liquor starts flowing, and then she gets all right. She's just like, why did I beat Red White Star? Oh my God! Matt Cody kicked my ass at Wimbledon finals. No. And then she passes out, and I'm just like, okay. Acting that way, I'm just gonna be like, can I get your credit card? I want to buy a Porsche downstairs. Can I? She's like, sure, why not? Are you gonna come back? Sure, I would to bring back your change. And then she would be like, so Sabine Lisicki, she looks like a fun time Freddy for a little while. And once she's drunk and passed out, I'm good. I'd just be like, okay. Bring the party out. So,
Well, you know what? That's just mean.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a nice friend. I mean, I'm going to be there. I mean, she's crying. I mean, like, there's only so much, I'm going to be there. I'm going to come back. But, and the next morning she's going to totally forget everything.
Yeah. You're a mess.
So,
oh my God.
I think Sabine Lisicki she's my number 4.
Sabine Lisicki.
Definitely my number 4.
Okay,
So,
my number 4 is Petkovic.
oh, you see, the Germans, there's a thing
The
going on here.
German, yep, the German.
I do find her beautiful, and I feel like she's very normal and down to earth. She seems so super friendly, and just real. And I just think, but I find her very attractive. I think she's gorgeous.
Mm-mm.
So she's my
Dude,
number 4.
So
see,
we're gonna
I
have, we're
would.
gonna have to split this. We're gonna have to split the cash. She doesn't make that much money, Janina. So
See, this is why Pet Committee
Well,
is not on
you
my
can
list.
you can have her money, and I'll take her legs because they're amazing.
I'll tell you something. You see,
I don't know who got the better bargain there. Who does? I don't know.
the reason why Pet Committee is not on my list, she just looked like she's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's fun times.
No,
Oh my God.
crazy. You're burning your house crazy.
No.
No. Yeah, you say no, but I'm telling you. She looks like she could burn your shit down and don't even think twice.
Oh my
On the
gosh.
left eye.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Karen, you totally get that vibe, right?
Yeah, on the left eye.
I'm
Oh
telling you.
God. All right, so she's a crazy bitch.
You might poke out your left eye for real.
Oh, horrible.
Hey, I'll take the crazy bitch.
No, she's fun. Sabine and I would be leaving early, okay? Boom Boom and I will be leaving early.
Oh my god, I love it. Okay, now this is like a total left field, but I think it was heavily influenced by some pictures that I saw a few years ago.
Okay.
Oh my god, my number 4 is Kirsten Flipkins.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm sorry, folks. This is a podcast. You can't see my face, but I'm telling you, I'm like the side eye and the twisted mouth all together.
You know
I am
what?
confused.
I know
Wait. Do we understand instructions? Do we understand what was the nature of the game yesterday? Okay, explain yourself.
Did you see those pictures? Okay, the androgyny thing can really work for me sometimes. And she did these pictures where she was dressed like a boy with like boy shorts, and I think she was covering up her boobs, and she had her hair slicked back. She was very hot to me. Like she was like L word hot. And so I always remember those pictures. So when it was my time, I was like, she's gonna be my number 4.
You know what? Okay.
Plus, you know what? She's got different tastes. I have no idea who the hell she is. I don't know what the heck I would do with her on a date.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm looking, because I had to Google it right away, thinking, what the fuck is she thinking? And Andrina, I get it.
Yes, right? Like I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, Kirsten, she did those pictures, and I was like, you do it, girl. And I was
Right?
like,
No.
I felt like I
No.
felt like she'd be into some weird shit too. And I don't know what
I'm gonna be
would
eating
happen.
fucking tofu and grass. And no. Okay.
Kirsten is she's comparable to who's my big nose guy that I chose.
I bet you she subscribes to Joker Life and be eating cardboard.
Stop it.
No, she seems like a real good time. I don't know. Don't fight the funk. She seems like a real good time with Kirsten.
Those vegan people are always up and they're always healthy lifestyle, but they have a whole stack of liquor. And they can't hold the liquor because they don't eat real food. And alcohol poison, mess up.
And
You can enjoy Kristen.
I can. I'm gonna. There's nobody
The
that's gonna
semifinals got you going crazy.
There's nobody that's gonna compete with me for her.
I'm telling you.
Listen, I'm taking my Belgian and going. Okay, I'm taking my Belgian and going.
Logic.
My
But
Belgian.
you know
We can have Belgian waffles. We can eat chocolate, and we can have a good old time. All right, leave
But you
her
know what?
to me.
I'm no shade, no tea. Of all the Belgian that comes to mind right now,
She's the best one.
the best one. We're talking about you, sunscreen.
No, I mean maybe Yanina Wickmeyer, But
No, God, no.
I've already got Camila Georgie because I feel like they're in the same family sometimes in their body type. But no,
You
Flipkins.
see, I was gonna say something what comes to mind every time I think of Yanina Wickman, but I'm not gonna say it. You know what? I'm not gonna
Don't say
disrespect.
it.
Now,
I'm
this is
not
a
gonna
family
disrespect.
show.
This is a family
I'm
show.
gonna flip for Flipkins. So there you go.
Okay,
There you
he's your number
go.
4. Karen, your number 4.
My number 4. I'm not a fan of hers, but um, from what I've read about her in the press and everything else, I just think that she'd be a really good lay.
Well,
Okay.
And I wouldn't even need any weed or wine.
oh,
Finally.
yeah, your number
Yeah.
2 and 1 must be amazing.
We're gonna do real work then.
Ooh, who's this? Tell us.
Flavia Pineda.
I know.
Oh my God, that's hilarious! You aren't a fan. That's awesome.
You're going for the easy route, Karen. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's not, I mean, I don't like
This
her.
is-
I mean,
This is just as bad as weed and wine because you know you just have to be present and she would give you.
yeah, but you know, it's a hookup.
She's going for hate sex. She's going for hate sex.
It's the hookup. You know, you meet, you go to a club, you meet somebody, and you just take somebody in the bathroom. Yeah,
Oh my God!
yeah. That's Flavia Pineda, and she just looks like it's that no regret kind of thing. You know, you hit it and you're gone, and you know,
You hit it and you quit it. Nobody's
and nobody has any problems the next morning.
no emotional attachment. No
Oh,
regret.
Yeah,
good
you know.
one. Oh, that is awesome.
You know what's crazy? I think
I thought of her, but I was like, eh.
I thought of her, and then I quickly not thought of her because I looked at some pictures.
Oh, Flavia,
Yeah. She looks beat up. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
she is cool,
Dahlia
but then
meant to look
it's
that-
that's the kind of, you know, you get somebody who's tore up from the floor up.
Oh my Lord. It doesn't even feel like a compliment anymore.
It's gonna be
Oh
like
my
that.
god.
It's gonna be like hitting a thought.
Oh
You
my
know,
god.
you get somebody to bust a nut and you're good.
Oh, that's true. Oh my Lord. Look at her. She went
This is
straight-
happening.
I'm
She went
sorry.
straight
Which
up
family?
real right there.
Family this? Hugh Hefner's family? It is a
Yeah,
Hugh
Hugh
Hefner
Hefner's family blog. This is what this one is.
All
right.
My number 3. Okay. Again, question mark, but you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. My number 3 is Daniela Hanchukova. I can cook,
Oh.
people. I can cook. So I will feed her. But I mean, Daniela carries herself with a certain grace and elegance in all that 90 pounds. I mean, like to me, when I see Daniela, I see Audrey Hepburn. And if it comes to like a movie idol, like I don't really have any of those. But I mean, like I always think that Audrey Hepburn is just the kind of woman that can just walk across the room and you just everyone stop and look at her and don't have a single shameful thing to say, even if she's walking across in a sack. And I think Daniela can pull that off when she has to dress up. I mean, she can. Her hair is done right. The
Yeah,
shoes.
she's one of the most beautiful girls on the
Yeah,
WTA
she
too.
knows
Yeah.
the camera angle. She knows how to
Yeah.
work that 2-pound frame. She knows how to do it. And a lot of girls don't know how to do it. She never shows up, if I'm not mistaken, with any tan mark on her feet. She got that shit blushed out. You know, like she is like, you know, like she is really good. You need to make a statement. You need a beard in a tight situation. Daniela is the girl that's gonna get you. Okay?
She's gorgeous.
Show up
She's gorgeous.
anywhere
She's your
with Daniela.
statement piece.
Exactly. And everyone be like, yes, you know. And plus, I think she seems like a very nice and sweet girl, you know what? And we can go hang
Funny
out.
because Serena Williams did mention her in her book and said she's so beautiful.
Yeah, I think she is. I think and she doesn't come across as being bitchy because she's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And
she doesn't seem that sort.
so, you know, and plus we can hang out in Pattaya City wherever she wins the tournament all the time. You know? Nobody goes there, you know, our little secret rendezvous.
Oh my
Like
god.
a secret rendezvous, you know what I mean? And you know she has a house there for sure, right? I'm just saying, you know, Daniela girl, we can hang. We can definitely hang. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I can try something if you win. If not, we can still hang and be good. It's all good for me. No pressure,
Oh my
lady.
God.
No pressure. You don't have to put out on the first night or any other night. Just keep the liquor and money flowing, and we all good.
Well, my number 3 is Maria Kirilenko.
Oh yeah.
I did think of her. But
She's fucking hot. She's a little skinny, but she can rock it.
Mm-hmm.
She can rock me.
That's all she's got to say.
That's it. That's all I got. She's hot. She's hot. I don't know anything about her really. I was just, looking at these pictures and I was like, ooh, yeah.
I was gonna pick up, but I was like, does she still play tennis anymore? I thought she got married, and my best thing about Maria Kirilenko is when she got married, and how Maria was just like, I don't know. I was. Really? When did this happen? What?
Oh God.
The shade between her and the other Maria, it's always good. It's so
tight.
good.
I love it. Well, I will say to Janina that I do believe that this one is one you're gonna have to take home. This is not a bathroom hit, okay?
I wouldn't mind.
You might have to get a hotel room and really pay for it.
She
For
can
the
pay.
night, not the hour.
All
For the
right.
night.
All right.
My number 3, I had to go. I had to slip off tour. There just wasn't any. And I mean, besides my other 2, my number 3 is a coach.
Hmm.
And
What?
it's I know. I went full lesbian on it. I'm totally picking Emily Mauresmo, man. There's something. I think she does the jock thing so well. I love how assured she looks now. She was all crybaby in her career, but now I think she's hot as shit. She wears those T-shirts where she's just letting you know, yes, honey, I go there. I'm doing this shit. And that story about her and her girlfriend beating up that guy that attempted to steal from them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think somebody, either Doug or one of the Tom Tobat or whatever, told a story about that is his favorite Emily Mauresmo story, that some guys tried to rob them and they beat the guy up.
Oh,
And
I can totally see Emily doing that. And she just like, I'm gonna fuck you up because Serena be fucking me up. I'm taking all my frustration out on your fucking ass today.
Oh my God.
And I love it. And I love that she's French. I think we can have some good food together. I think we can have some good sex together. And I just think she is so fucking cool. She is like total girl crush. So she's my number 3.
You're gonna have the girlfriend wife stalking your ass.
Well, I mean, listen, this was pre-pregnancy. I'm not trying to break up nobody's relationship and all.
You're not looking for baby mama drama.
No, I ain't your Petra, okay? I need to
But have the baby mama drama, okay? Our baby daddy's in love. That's that.
Emily Mauresmo strikes me like a stud. I don't know. She's certainly doing it for me that way. So I went straight that way, or crooked the other way.
It was easy. You don't have any convincing to do. You just have to
See, look at you. You all are silent because you know she's a bad bitch.
She's a bad bitch.
She's a bad bitch for tennis world, isn't she?
Oh yeah. Yes, and I have to give her props. She came out right off the jump and be like, "I'm a lesbian. I don't give a shit about what you."
Yeah, exactly. That kind of strength and that kind of power is better. I mean, I'm not a fan of the Martina one, but I like the way she did it. She's like, listen, accept me. This is me. Oh yeah.
I don't need your sponsorship money. I got my own money. I make my own money.
I don't know how she did it, but that's kind of brave. Now that we think about it, she was pretty ballsy.
Yeah, she was.
She was.
All right, Karen.
Mad props. What are we up to? Number 2?
Number 3.
No, 3. Well, who's your number 3?
Okay. I'm gonna put the baddest bitch on the WTA right in this. Sloane Stephens.
Oh, I couldn't get past her resting bitch face.
Oh yeah. That's my bitch. That's my B right there. That's my bae. That's my bae.
That's your queen bee. That's your queen bee.
That's my queen bee right there.
I love it.
You cut a bitch.
She would cut a bitch. She
Yeah,
seems like it. I don't know though.
I
Maybe
think if Sloan and I hooked up, she'd protect me. I could be defending this thing. Yeah.
You can be the girly girl.
I could be the girly girl. And she'd be like, she'd be like blocking bitches left, right, and center.
I'm blocking you, bitch. I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you. It's a block party.
Give me the side I like. That is so disrespectful.
I'm not going Sloan.
I gotta give props for that, Karen. I gotta give props for that.
Yeah, don't you Don't you see me standing here?
Well used.
What part of don't you see me? Did you not understand, bitch? That was the Sloan. Looking all fam and shit.
Man.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Sloan, give me a call.
God damn, we gonna get blocked by Sloan now. Even though she was your number 3, we still gonna get blocked.
She gonna be pissed off she wasn't the number 1.
Oh, maybe.
That's why you get blocked.
And you pick Serena.
Oh man. All right. Okay, Realz, who's your number 2?
Oh, my number 2 actually is Sloan Stevens, actually.
She's moving on up.
Maybe.
I'm telling you, Sloan, don't worry. You're in good company. And I gotta say, and look, I'm not trying to use you as a personal bodyguard, trying to make you into some Kevin Costner shit, like Karen over there. Girl, I appreciate your weave game is always on point. Nobody come close to your wiggatry, okay? Girl, your weaveology is on point. Now the strand on the place, it's always tight. Your skin is always glowing.
Yes,
Even when you're mad, and you're always, you be saying some crazy stupid shit, but you know what? I just think because you don't drink, and once you liquor you up, all that filthy shit that comes out your mouth would be stopping. You won't get loose lip anymore. Or you can blame it on the alcohol.
Alcohol.
You can say the alcohol fault. But you know what? And some of the reasons that Karen said, I just think, you're just the kind of woman who comes into a room and every once in a while you just gotta feel that, the person that you're with, I don't always encourage it, but every once in a while I guess people like it, and I guess I would. That people become like, don't touch my man. I will fuck you up, bitch. That's my man. He's the bartender, baby. I don't give a fuck. He was looking at you sideways, and I don't like it. Hey, look away. You don't gotta look at him for the drink. I'm paying for that shit, okay? Why are you looking at my man? No, none of that. No. This is my man. This is our evening, baby.
Oh my God.
You guys have a whole story around Sloan. I don't see her that way at all, but that's really cool, you guys.
Yes, we do. That is Sloan for you right there. And you know what? She's always home, so you know what?
You're gonna be broke. You're gonna be broke together,
I think that Jack Sock might have a little something to say about this.
Paris is a lovely city. You see, it works out good ways. Paris is a lovely city. She sticks around in Paris, and the other time she's there for a day, 2 days. Hey, we're good. So Sloan is my number 2.
Well, there you go. For my number 2, I went old school a little bit. I chose Elena Dementieva.
Oh my God, she made my could have been made list. She really did.
She was my first girl tennis crush. And I don't even look at her. I think she's pretty. I wouldn't call her a classic beauty.
No. You haven't seen. She is gorgeous. She got vampire teeth though.
She does have vampire teeth, and they're the only ones that have never bothered me, which is odd. So, my love for her must be totally organic. But I just have always thought she was stunning. Always. I remember
Gorgeous
watching
hair.
her as a little girl. Well, I mean, not that little because I'm probably older than her. I don't even know. But when I was younger, just looking at her and being like, wow, she's so pretty. She's so pretty.
And she's really smart too.
Well, perfect.
She's really smart. And that
So
hair,
we
her
can-
hair is amazing.
It's
I
always
love her
great
hair.
when you can have a pretty person that's intelligent. You can have good conversation and you want to do more than just look at them. That's always a bonus.
That is true. That is. You got, and she got kids now, I think. So, you know. But
Well,
she's
good.
very
Our
pretty.
children can play together.
I appreciate that. She's very beautiful. I wouldn't knock you for that number 2 at all. You know, and she was on my list of could have gotten hair.
You're you're totally gonna you're gonna knock me for my number 1, but we'll get to that.
You're gonna not. This was close. My 1 and 2 flipped many times, but I ended up with my number 2 being Venus.
Oh.
My number 2 Venus is because, let's just be honest, Venus has the body I want. And so if I can't have that body, why not go and be with that body?
Venus has legs for days that any woman would die for.
That's what I have on my list. I was like, cause she has legs for days.
Oh
She got
man.
and I've always wanted to wear small white booty shorts, and if I had a body like Venus, I would wear it. So since I can't do that, I'm just gonna let Venus wear it and then hang around with her while she wears it.
Osmosis, you know.
But the only downside, the reason why she was my number 2 a little bit, is that she seems a little too industrious for me. So
Always busy, right?
yeah, always busy. So she's definitely more marriage material than good time girl, it seems to me.
She's a career woman, you know. She got businesses to run.
This is one of those girls where I feel like I'm gonna be left alone at home a lot. She's gonna be running 10 businesses.
I think she's taking classes. I don't know if she did, but last year,
But
mentioned that she's taking classes at the
Exactly.
MBA classes at Indiana University.
yeah, this chick is always working, so I'm never gonna see her. But the other thing too is the way she gets me is she's remote. I love remote. I love when no one else knows what you're thinking but me. Venus, you don't know Venus's shit because she don't let you know it. You gotta be in her inner circle. When you can be in someone's inner circle, that's hot to me. So that also works in her
And
favor.
that man she had a couple of years, that Cuban man, he was hot to me. I don't want to be in that inner circle. We're not talking about that today, right? We're not talking about that.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, she to me is like cool, calm, collected. That's
I can
always
see
hot.
that.
That works
I
for
can
me.
see that.
But I'm gonna be slightly neglected because this bitch is always gonna be working. But as long as she shows up and comes around with the shorts, I'm cool.
The reason why Venus is not on my list, she's gonna put my ass on a budget. And I don't do budget.
Oh,
bro.
true.
I don't do budget.
Venus didn't make my list because she's too mature.
You are such a.
Exactly. She's gonna put me on a budget and tell me I got some allowance bullshit. No. Not when you're making that kind of money. I don't do budget. I don't know what budget is. You're gonna try to tell me I can only spend $200 a week? What the hell? This is Section 8. I'm not out
all the time.
there.
Jamba
What's that?
No junk food.
Exactly.
Your
And
whole
vegan
diet.
diet.
You
No.
can't even drink
no.
alcohol. Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, so she's kind of strict, but
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't let my list period. I'll hang out with you, Andreen, because I want to know that Cuban boy. Trust me. I want to get into the inner circle and not be in the inner circle because I want to snatch someone out of the inner circle.
I'm just gonna be her kept person because she's got
Right.
money for days, so that works for me.
Because
too.
I know that boy is being neglected. I know that Cuban Nino is being neglected. I want to come around, and
Yeah, you can come around and hang at our house when you hang out with Sabine Lisicki.
She be hard. Don't worry, I'm telling you. She's all positive, wasted in the back. She's gonna be good. I'm gonna put her to bed. I'm gonna put her to bed, and then I'm gonna be out having a good time.
Come over to our house. You can go hang when you go hang out with Vika. When Karen hangs with Vika.
Karen, who's your number 2? Make him stop.
My little jalapeno.
Oh!
My little jalapeno.
It's those boobs. It's those boobs.
Legs that
Hey.
It's
The
that
legs and the ass.
top boobs.
that whole body just has me going. That whole body. And that fire, that Romanian fire. You know, it just, you know, I'm just.
Except when it's Lucic Maroney across the net. I'm just saying.
Hey, Lucic Maroney doesn't even move my needle. Simona Halep, man, that girl is. Have you ever seen her walking across the court?
She has a kind of a funny.
She
not
walks
this
with
funny, but
purpose.
yeah, she has this kind of like I don't know.
She
How to
has
describe it, but she has a
really
very
strong
distinct
legs. I can do things with those legs.
Well,
Okay.
he's got a nice rack.
Yeah, let's not even go about the rap. That's
Oh my god.
just
Oh, that's awesome.
and you know, she just seems like a girl that you would have a really good time with.
Oh, look
You
at
know?
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she probably seems fun. I don't necessarily find her attractive in a sexual way, minus the boobs. She's got great boobs. But yeah.
She
Okay,
does have
Karen,
a
you
nice
can
body.
you can have her.
You can.
Well, thank you,
like-
Nina.
You can have her.
She lives for your approval.
Right?
You know?
That was awesome. You can have her.
It's
I
all
don't know. I mean,
good.
Halep look like she's gonna be like, she's gonna be having fun, and she's gonna be like, no, it's 10 o'clock, time for bed. Party over. Turn off the music.
No,
I don't think
I'm gonna lock up the liquor right now. Time for bed, people. You need to go home. No more fun. I don't have fun after 10 o'clock on a Thursday night. No, I do not. Good night. She look like she would.
Surprised that I'm not hearing some names just yet, but I'm gonna wait for people's number ones.
Okay. And yes, we have reached that moment. Number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Reels.
My number 1 has already been mentioned, actually.
Ooh.
Okay.
And it's going to be Azarenka.
Ooh.
Really?
Victoria Azarenka. Because I think Victoria Azarenka is a good Judy. And she looks like she'll be an absolutely, no shade, no tea girl. You'll be a absolutely great, I don't want to say this word, how can I put this? You know
He
what?
thinks that she would be a good fuck.
No, actually, not even that at all. Do I?
Oh.
I mean, I think she could teach me a few things, but Petra knows more, no doubt about it. No doubt. But you know what? I just think Azarenka could deal with needs a good gay man in her life, and
You're not gay. You're
Take her shopping.
and I'm not
Take
dressing
her
in her life
shopping.
to take her shopping, get her
She
the
does
right
need a
booty
good gay
shot.
boo.
Get her, the right PR. Like I think she has a messy PR team, but you know what?
Yeah.
And I think she needs, some good, strong advice, and we can
Aw, you're picking a
actually-
fixer-upper.
exactly. Every once in a while, you gotta feel like you need that Messiah complex, man. And for some of the reason Karen mentioned as well too. She looked like the kind of girl would eat a tub of ice cream and don't give a fuck that it's Wimbledon final tomorrow. She doesn't give a fuck. 0 fucks to give. I would be up late watching movies and eating ice cream. I mean, like, I don't smoke, but you know what? If she wanted to, she can totally smoke in my house because chances are she bought it. So I technically, do the deed is in my name. You paid for it. Go right ahead and smoke. I'll Febreze that shit tomorrow. Don't worry about it. I'll Febreze that shit tomorrow. And she looks like, that every once in a while when she gets drunk, like really, really drunk, she gets hilarious. And like really, not messy drunk like Sabine. She's not gonna fall asleep. She's gonna be all over the place, like Victoria looks like the kind of girl be like, I think I'm a gymnast right now. I'm gonna do 15 backflips. And then I'm like, don't hurt yourself, girl. And she might just do those 15 backflips and then be a whole laughing, right? You know, like, I don't think I look like, you know, like,
She seems like to be a performer. You can have a good time.
yeah. And that hair is just absolutely amazing. And you know what?
She has gray hair.
Yeah, she tries to say whatever the fuck she wants to say. But you know what? You know there's a lot more. And you know what? Somebody just gotta, you know, tell her, girl, no more red food for your life. You know what I mean? And I think she needed a good Judy for that. And just in case, you know, we both get drunk and one thing leads to another, I think it would be fun. She don't look like she's too rough. She don't look like she's too gentle. I think, like, you know what? She probably would make love to me, and then you know what? The next thing, totally forget about it, and I'm good to, because I would totally erase that from my mind. Not because of how she looked, but you know, because it's just not my religion. It's just not. But you know what?
Well, you can go visit for a while. He's gonna go visit the church for a couple.
She got that Rolex money, and you know what? She takes pretty pictures, and we will look amazing together. Yeah, you would. I'm just saying. So she's my number one, no question about it. And you know what? Because Sam is my number one on the men's side, god damn it, somebody gotta bring money into this relationship. Somebody just gotta. Sandra, you know I love you, but you know what? No.
That's sad.
We gotta think about romance without finance is nonsense, okay, people? So you gotta think. My number one. I mean, like, god damn it, you know. So, who's next?
Oh, mine? My number one, I told you, I flipped back and forth, but in the end, my number one became Pova. Oh. I love the Ice Queen thing. I love it. She is such a bitch. I love that. I love that she has no friends to speak of on that tour. And she comes in. Listen, let me just present the picture to you. She comes in. She gets paid a lot. And she traipses around the world doing all manner of shit. I just feel like that's an entree.
But she's not even going to talk to you.
I don't care. We're gonna have we're gonna have hot impersonal sex. And then she's gonna take me to a fancy restaurant. And then she's gonna take me to some crazy museum with some art that I'm like, what the fuck is this? But we are always going to go first class because Pova is not riding coach.
She's not a coach, bitch.
She ain't coach. She don't ride coach.
Class.
No. Even her casual shoes are $1,000. So
like EasyJet was the best thing I've ever done.
No, she's like the opposite of Azarenka for me. Like, it's like Azarenka seems like you can hang and she's like a real down-to-earth chick. But Pova, I'm thinking Pova I can do for about 6 months. 6 months, maybe, before I'm like, okay, I can't live this life anymore. It's too hard. But what a ride. What a ride.
I think she's stunning.
She dresses well. We're always going to look good on the carpet.
As well as she can.
And she's a big girl. She's a big girl. I won't feel small. I won't feel big next to her. She's big. She's a tall, strapping girl.
Linebacker shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, she...
Oh my god.
And she's gonna be like Ice Queen. She's Ice Queen. I love the Ice Queen thing. That works for me.
I just feel like sex would be so scheduled. Like it's gonna be like okay, my orgasm was 10 minutes. I can't do more than 10 minutes.
Wait, listen. If you mean you think she doesn't want to muss her hair? That's your Pova thing?
I'm just especially like you're touching the hair. Take your hands out of the hair. Like, I'm why are we doing this? It's going on for too long. No more. No, I'm gonna be I gotta go do publicity shot with Gregor. I don't have time for this right now.
Wait, I'm trying to have the Pova relationship that she had with that basketball player where he just hung on her coattails. I want to be that guy.
Wow.
Who was that guy from New Jersey?
Sasha Bush moving to her.
Yeah, the one that she was gonna marry.
Yeah, that one.
But I was confused. I was
No. I think he was
conflicted.
all into her. So I'm perfectly willing. I want to be sitting in the boxes.
He was all into her and was into somebody else and got them pregnant? I don't think so.
No, I'm gonna be sitting in the box, fist pumping to her and giving her like little clues on court, like everybody does. Like, then we're gonna go to fancy museums. Then we're gonna go to high-end restaurants. And we're gonna taste.
Oh my God.
She don't do franchise. She don't do anything.
No, listen. We're not. We gonna eat well, okay? We gonna eat well.
I like these boys because you know what? Again, here is another friend of mine who picked someone. I can go and Grego and I. Grego knows all the best.
Oh my Lord!
They know why.
I'm picking friends for you.
I support this 100%. You get a clap.
And you know what? It's sad to say it. It's sad to say it. You know she has less slams than Serena. She gets some cash, okay? So we get free bags. We get all. I mean, I don't want the sugar pova, but we get all the other stuff: the watches, the Porsches, the cars. It's a nice life. I'm not mad at Grigor.
Allowance money. I
might get a nice allowance so I can go hang out with Emily Maresmo.
But I'm gonna spend it because he has his own money too. So you know, those are just residual. So,
yeah. So Pova became my Ice Queen. Pova became my #1 for the lifestyle.
I didn't see that. Honest to God, I didn't see that. And I thought that was crazy.
See, I flipped back and forth. It was Venus, but I figured I wouldn't see Venus that much. But Pova I might see.
Janina, what's your number? Who's your #1?
My #1 is Svetlana Kuznetsova.
Oh my God.
I wondered about her.
I love her.
I'm not sure I can talk right now.
You don't need to talk.
My mouth is open.
This is some drama right here.
I can tell you that I honestly think that woman is beautiful.
Oh my
You
Lord,
look at her off court, like she doesn't look good on court. There's no denying that. You take her out of the tennis gear and the headband.
But it's ugly, right? She just never has cute kids.
Exactly. But she's very active on social media, especially Instagram. And she posts a lot of pictures of herself. Sometimes they're just her and her dog, which I love the dog too. And no makeup, just this is me, this is my day. And she's a jeans and t-shirt and sneakers girl, just like me. But then you see her in these photo shoots, and it's like, holy fucking shit. That woman can have me any way she wants. I think she is so fucking hot. She is gorgeous.
Awesome.
She's got these eyes to die for. They're beautiful. Her skin is flawless, and she has the most beautiful full mouth, and I could kiss it for days.
Wow.
Oh my Lord.
I love me some Kuznetsova. I always have, and it's always been a...
When I got into her couscous, okay.
Yeah, I've always been genuinely attracted to her. Always.
Wow.
Is my #1 for real. She's also one of them women. She doesn't have very much on the boob side, but she's one of them women that actually looks like a woman. She's more curvy.
The bigger you mean.
Yes.
I always feel like Svetlana was such a badass bitch, though.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, she is.
Strong in the face. Kuzi is very strong in the face.
Yes. I could see myself like having beers, doing shots of vodka.
Getting laid out. Look at this one.
Wow.
Getting laid out by Kuznetsova.
I'm here for you, girl.
What's that song? Lick it good, lick it nice.
My neck, my back,
my and my crap. You know what's so funny? I love it. So much about our personalities are coming out here, right? Andreen wants to be taken care of like a pillow princess.
And Andre got mad at me when I was saying that last time around. When I was
And
in
this
mad.
chick is like rough riding it with Kuzena.
Ride or die, bitches. Ride or die.
Totally look like she has a motorbike. I swear. I could
You know what? And I
like,
will get on the back and ride all over Russia. Believe it.
Oh, wait a minute. The Russians do it for her. Look at you. You got all the Russians up in
Me
there.
likey.
I'm telling you.
Love it.
The Slavic influence. I'm telling you, half of your team is like Russian Fed cop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey. Whatever. I'm down for a good time.
I love it. With her vodka. Don't let the vodka be missed.
Okay, and we have Karen because it's as a resident WTA expert. Let's hear it.
I think my number one pick, goes. Everybody probably guessed who it is by now.
I know, but
It's gonna be Venus.
I'm
you
actually
don't
I'm
fight
afraid
for
of what's
Venus.
gonna come out of your mouth.
No,
It's
no.
gonna be Venus. I've been in love with Venus since 1997.
And folks, I think this is real. Okay, Venus, you're busy. Get a bodyguard. Okay, get a
I have
bodyguard.
been in love with Venus since 1997.
With the beads and the braces.
Everything.
Beads and braces.
Aww.
She is the epitome to me of beauty.
Aww.
She's graceful. She's soft-spoken. She's everything that I would like to be.
Aww.
If I can't be like that, then I'd like to be with that.
Ooh.
Andreen reason is coming again. It's osmosis by
I told you. This
I
Venus
feel
lovers.
like if I'm with Venus, if Venus and I are together,
Oh, this is getting real, people. This is getting real.
she'd be able to talk to me, counsel me, relieve me of my insecurities about my wonderful 2 pounds of fat, 2 rolls of fat, and she'd be able to make me nice, healthy juices and nice in the morning.
This is not your nutritionist, okay? That is not what a relationship is about.
I feel like if you're with Venus, she will look after you. She will, yes, Andre, she will find time for you in her busy schedule.
She'll find time for you since you're her number one. But for Andre, she's gonna pencil in her. She's gonna be penciled in.
She will take you to the gym. She will make sure that the masseuse comes and gives you a rub down. She will make time for you because that's how Venus is. She will make time for you because you're special to her. And I think, that's what draws me to her. And I think, hey, Venus, I already have the Williams last name, so we can just put pen to paper because we're already married. We've met and, we've spoken. And, you know what I look like. I know what you look like. So let's do the thing. Let's do the thing. Gay marriage is legal now. I'm just saying, gay marriage is legal, Hey, the Anglican people, I'm Anglican, you're Jehovah's Witness, nothing says we can't switch faiths, so.
Oh, she thought about it.
This has now turned into a plea, a love letter.
Hey, I love Venus. I really love Venus. It hurts me. It hurts me when she loses, and I can't tell you how many players have been on my shit list. And who I have voodoo dolls sticking pins into the I have the nerve to be Venus.
Around cover, that's why you're not coming out. That's why you're not in the top 32 anymore. And Carla, that's why you've only won one title. It's because
Aaron has voodoo dolls.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I'm willing to cede my number 2 to you. You love her so. You can have my number 2.
I do love her.
I'll keep my number 1 though, because I want that. I want that big bold life.
You can Andreen, you can send me the Sugarpova because my kids really like it.
Is it really good candy? I
haven't had it.
Gummy bears. It's gummy bears with sugar or sour shit on it, and then there's some bubble gums. But kids love that shit.
Yeah,
but here's
I want to go try it, but it's too expensive.
It's very expensive. However, look at it this way. when people say, "Oh, bring me something from the tournament," do you buy them a $20 shirt that's going to lay in the drawer, or a bag of $6.95 candy that they're actually going to eat? It actually becomes a cheaper gift, and they think it's really cool because it's sugar boba.
That's actually a good point. I never thought about it as a gift, but I never would buy it for myself.
No, I have tasted very little of it, but I have purchased a lot of it.
I love our list. Our list, I must say, they were very different. I mean, who did we share? I think you guys shared Victoria Azarenka.
Yeah.
Petkovic.
We shared a Petco, which is interesting. We shared some Venus. And anybody else we shared?
Schiavone.
Oh, Schiavone. And Sloan.
And Sloan, yeah.
Look at that. That's the topper. That's the top of the list. There's your 5 in the WTA right there.
So, let's talk about why it was difficult to make the list. Because
before we get into that, how difficult it is, can we discuss about people that you're surprised were not mentioned?
Didn't make the list. Yeah. Caroline Wozniacki. Nobody thought she was.
Oh no.
I don't do cute. I don't do cute and bubbly.
You know what? And that's funny that you say that.
Nobody's about vanilla sexy, okay? Nobody's.
And nobody does needy either, because nobody shows Anna Ivanovic.
No. Those.
You know what? Now Anna almost made my list. But I drag her so much for being so fucking skinny that I couldn't dare say I find her beautiful or attractive. But I do think she's beautiful. I really do. And I'll tell you who she almost got on my list in place of was Serena. I flip-flopped back and forth between the two of them because I always thought she's gorgeous. I mean, she is. But I think she was more beautiful back in the day when she had a little bit more weight on her. I'm really bothered by how thin she is. It bothers me. It bothers me more than, who is it? Who was on your list, Realz? Yes. Because I feel like Daniela's kind of always been that way, and I know people say that she may have some eating disorder issues. I don't know, but I just feel like Anna just kind of disappeared over time, and when you see her in person, I mean, it just don't even look right. But you know what? Daniela, I remember watching her a couple years ago at Cincinnati, and you could see her vertebrae like down pretty far, and it kind of grossed me out. But again, I feel like she's always been that way, and some people are genuinely just small.
You know what? I just never. Anna to me is like vanilla. Like, she's very pretty, but there's nothing interesting to me about her at all. Like, I mean, not even like to talk to. I think even though she's very earnest and she seems quite nice, that does not do it for me.
Right.
With friends or lovers, it just, I don't like that kind of.
She just comes across as needy to me.
Yeah, I don't do cute.
You know what? If she needs to eat, she can come over. I like to cook.
I cook for Daniela.
Genie, like nobody was genieing it. No genie.
No,
that didn't really work for me.
She ain't got time for us. She got other obligations.
And then the rest of the girls, the rest of the ladies, some of them just
Dominika
seem really young.
I'm surprised that nobody picked Dominika Sibokova.
Some of them just seem really young. Some of them just seem really young. Like all the American girls, young. I actually think of them as girls. They all seem too young.
Boring.
They just didn't have any. I didn't feel like they were gonna let me have any other life. Like I didn't feel like I was gonna gain access to anything.
How old is Petkovic? I don't know, but my list.
28.
Now that you mention it, the women on my list are all closer to my age. I didn't even realize that when I was making the list.
Yeah.
That some of them were because I did. But I did do that with the men. I was like, oh yeah, he's hot, but yeah, like he's the same age as my son, so gross, no.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't necessarily think of the girls like that, but whatever. It's interesting that you brought it up because I didn't think of that, but my list rings true to that.
I just look like I would be fun time Freddy, and who'll have a good time. And like I said, Tanya Mirza looked like the odd duck out because, plays doubles, but you know what? She'll take me to India and we'll have a good old time.
Hey, you'll eat good food.
And some good curry and some good nat. And like I said, those boobs are always looking like they're always right. I was
But I wear all fruits right.
I'm not surprised that Caroline wasn't on anybody's list because, I mean, let's be honest. There are some people who are extremely attractive in certain settings and when they look a certain way. And when she smiles big, everybody's like, oh, she's got this great, beautiful smile. Well, her top lip, it just disappears. That's a turn. I don't like it. So I feel like she's better looking when her mouth is closed. And she has a really high forehead, too. And it bothers me.
Give me some bang. And I'm just saying, for years now, Caroline, I would pick you, but you know what? I think there's something wrong with you if you're still wearing that Stella McCarthy bullshit on court. There's something wrong with you. You're wearing fucking ace bandages in that brown shit all the time. It don't look cute. Let it go. I don't know what you and Stella are talking about, so I can't hang with you. Because you can't be wearing that shit.
I didn't choose her for the reasons that Nina mentioned. One, I didn't choose Anna because she's too whiny and looks like she would always want me to be calling her and texting her every day.
Where you at? Why'd you call me today?
You won't have time to go hang out with
and
me.
Wozniacki just seems high maintenance.
Yeah.
Diamonds all the time, and celebrating the 1 week.
Actually, no, because she bragged that Rory got her souvenir from the airport, so I would think that
But you know what? It was surprise. I will make this point. I think I made it offline, but I'll make it online now. For people who accuse the tour of being sexist in a certain way, the way they present their women, I will say it was actually very difficult to find highly sexualized images of these women. I think so. I don't know where this story has come from and where this perception is coming from, because you know what? They do not market these women as sexy at all.
No. The only time they did, but masked it as not being that way, was the Strong is Beautiful.
Yeah,
but it wasn't bad, but it was definitely sexy.
Yeah. They could go so much further, just because I noticed if I entered WTA and then I hit Google Images, there were really only a few women that were sexualized. Yeah. When you think of the fact that there are hundreds of women on this tour with all different shapes, sizes, whatever, you could really go much farther with that. And I mean, maybe that's good news for us to have discovered it informally. Yeah.
Right.
But it wasn't that way. Like when I hit like the men, and the men are far more sexualized in their imagery. Weirdly enough, you know what I mean?
Well, this is what I found though. When I was making my men's list, it was easier for me because it's almost easier to say he's not that cute, but he's got a really hot body.
Yep.
It's easier for women to look at men, I think, and overlook that their face isn't necessarily your classic idea of pretty or beautiful or hot or gorgeous, because they've got this really banging body, where I don't think we do that with women. I don't think we do that at all, because the truth is, these are professional athletes. They've all got great bodies, but that's not how we're taught to look at beautiful. And their bodies are beautiful. All of their bodies are beautiful. They're fit, they're toned, but that's not what we look for as a society when we look at women and we think pretty. We want to see boobs and butts and hips.
Well, maybe
so that's what made it hard for me.
Maybe if we had a straight man on this panel, it might be different.
Well, I mean, but the straight men, in a weird way, the straight men would pick the women that have been marketed as attractive. You know what I mean? Like, I think
because when you went through them Google Images, it was Maria,
same girls,
it was Anna, it was Serena, but not as much. It was Daniela, Caroline, Maria Kirilenko. That's who you saw, and of course Anna Kournikova. And how long has she been gone?
Right.
But it's the same people over and over. When it's just odd, because like Andreen said, there's hundreds,
and you could make them all look appealing for what I mean. And so in the end, that's what my list became. My list became like, let's take a look at all the possibilities of girls, of girlhood and womanhood, and how they can be attractive. And it's interesting that even the tour doesn't do that. The tour has decided that there's only a certain type of female that's hot, and those are the ones that you found on Google Image. But there, I mean, like we were saying, I mean, like there's those pictures of Kirsten were hot, but we would never present it. They would never present that on the tour because
I never knew she could look like that.
Yeah, but they want to move away from the androgynous image, which can be sexy, because they want to play up the pinup girly image.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, so there's so many ways to present the women as sexy athletes, but it really pushes back at the one single image of sexiness that is on the tour. Which is yeah, and a tease. And funny enough, you know, what I like about Pova, strangely enough, is that she doesn't actually have that image. That's what's funny.
Oh no, I disagree with that. I think she does.
That as well.
I think she
almost every single magazine cover has her looking like with her comfort me face.
No, but
the lips slightly open, the eyes a little bit closed, you know, moving forward, the pouty lips. I mean, she's been doing the same pose for the last 10 years.
To hide those shoulders, that's the problem.
No, but I mean, when you think about how far Pova could go with her sex appeal image, it's surprising how. I mean, all you have to do is compare her to Anna, and to compare her to even Ivanovic. Pova would never pose in some of the things you've seen Ivanovic do, and that's what's interesting.
No, but I think when she does pose, they're highly sexualized poses.
They're sexualized to a target, depending on the
very
audience.
Different, very specific. Yeah, I mean, it's different. But I mean, I guess I'm looking at the ones that she's been doing lately. I guess. I mean, I think maybe I'm like covering maybe the last 18 months of images I've seen of Pova, which is much more like businessy. Like, I mean, the most natural looking thing I've ever seen Pova does was when they caught those pictures of her and Grigor. Then that's when I realized that I actually don't see Sharapova in anything that is very skin revealing at all.
No, she was in something recently.
Usually she has a full-bodied bathing suit. She's not usually revealing skin. The person who actually sells themselves in a hypersexual way I've been trying lately is actually Caroline Wozniacki. You know, so it's really, I mean, it's just an interesting notice that, yes, Sharapova gets presented in a certain way, but she's never done the body issue. I mean, there's just these weird ways that her targets could be much different than it is.
The body issue is not it's not a sexual thing.
But it's not a sexual thing, but it becomes so for the women. They try not to be, but it does, and for some of them, especially like poor Aga. She tried. I mean, that was nice. She tried, Aga.
Did Anna do it?
No.
No.
What is I wasn't sure.
I think Hunter Kova did it once, right?
I remember when I was looking through photos Serena did it. You know what? And I loved Serena's. I didn't think it was sexual at all.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I loved Venus's. I loved Serena's. But when I was looking for my picture, when I was looking to make my list, I kept coming across this picture of Ivanovic surrounded, like, practically naked in these pink fucking tennis balls. And I was like, what is this? And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know where it came from. And I thought, is this like a really bad body issue?
No, but she's done those a lot. That's what's so funny. It's interesting how her image is highly sexualized to me, when I don't even get that kind of a vibe from her. But anyway.
For real, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't get that at all from her.
So it was surprising. But besides that, though, it was also just different. It was, like I said in the beginning, it was difficult.
It was hard. When we talked about doing this, we were like, yeah, this will be fun.
Yeah.
And let's do it. And when we talked about it, I knew who my number one was immediately. You know, that wasn't an issue.
Really?
Yeah.
She's got a girl crush on her.
No, I totally do. I don't deny it, and I mean it. Like, she can have me.
She can call her up.
Totally. And I'm gonna tell my family I gotta go for a little while.
She's gonna go on a Svetlana adventure.
When I had to fill that list in, when we talked about it, I knew for sure that Kuznetsova would be on it and Nementieva would be on it. The other ones I had to really think about. I really was like, I don't know. Like, this is really hard.
I was the same. Yeah,
I had the first two. I had Venus and I had Simona, and that was it.
But
I
I'm
had
like,
Venus
why is
and I
this
had
so hard?
Sharapova.
When we did the men, I had like a list of,
You know
20,
what?
and I
men
gotta
was
scratch people
who I didn't want to
off.
sleep with.
You know why?
Really?
Because
Like,
we really work hard. No, because we really, as a society, we give such a wide range of what's attractive for a man. I mean, like, our lists were
Exactly.
all over the place for men. But with
Right.
women, there's really like a training in your mind about
Yes.
what's a
I
hot
was
woman.
getting pissed off. I was really getting pissed off. And you know what? I'm honestly disappointed in myself that when you said Flipkins, we're all like, ugh. But then you see her outside of the funky glasses she wears on court and the shitty clothes. She's fucking hot.
She's hot. You had to totally go off script, and then
Yes.
you started to read, and that's
Fair
what's
enough. I can see
interesting
that.
because you know what? That's what you automatically are taught to do with men. You immediately go off script because look at. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Some of the guys on tour are not hot, but they have fan bases out the wazoo that think they're hot, and it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with their looks. It has like Yanko Tipsarevic. Is he hot? Not really for
God,
me.
no.
But there are people who will die for him because they think he's sharp, they think he's got that quote. But when you ask someone to consider a woman in that sort of a full-bodied way, aside from her looks, no way. No one can do it. It's impossible. And so I do think that we've been trained to think of sexy in only a few ways for women.
But
and
it's
if you
funny
don't
because
fall in
my
that,
women were not clearly the women that I.
You don't count. Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna
You
flip
were-
to that
you-
side at all. And
you
I
were
think,
taking Judy's. You were taking
Yeah.
Judy's.
and for us, for myself, and for Andreen and Karen, I think that there's at least one woman on our list that would make us flip for at least a day.
Oh, God,
Nobody's
yes.
making you flip for a day, Reels. It ain't happening.
We're gonna go shopping. We gonna flip out of this stuff.
We totally needed. You're right. We totally needed a straight man for this one.
You know what? But you know what though? The fluidity of the female sexuality, right? Because right here and there, we are all straight women, and
Right.
we can envision ourselves with another woman, and think that it was okay, and actually like go there mentally. But isn't that interesting that we couldn't get the gay guy to go?
I mean, like, what? Like,
He said, "This is hard."
this is a dilemma. I mean, like,
Oh, that's great. I love
honestly,
it.
I mean, like, Petra was the only one because I know she got some really cool sex tips to
She's
give
got
to me.
skills,
Yeah.
and only as a teacher. She's only there to teach you more
Oh,
about
no.
men too, right?
And I'm gonna
Right,
help-
right.
You know what?
I mean, I'm working off the pleasure principle here.
After Petra and I hang, yeah, you're gonna be looking so smart on You're gonna look so smart on court when she's done. She's not gonna be a hot man.
It was a very interesting and challenging experiment, and I
Very
have to say,
eye-opening. I'm
Very-
glad we did it.
I'm
And
glad we did it.
And
I
I,
hope
don't didn't get offensive either. I don't think.
I hope people were not offended. I hope that everyone took it in the spirit in which we gave it, which is that you need to shift out of your own comfort zone. I'd like to have this podcast with a group of guys who are straight, picking a group of hot boys and figuring out what it is that makes them hot, how to make that distinction, and try to have a conversation about it. It's much
Yes.
harder than you think.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if
I
anybody out
agree.
there listening wants to do that, you let us know because we will totally do it.
Yes, we'd love to host a podcast of straight boys trying to have a conversation about
Who's
boys
hot?
on tour.
Who's not?
Yeah.
And you should put your comments below in all the areas.
Who are your top six?
Exactly. And you can give reason. We love lengthy comments. I do. I do. I really do. Because I think that you show that you're really listening to the podcast. I think that's it, ladies. Next
fun.
week we have Halep. No, not Halep. Halle. We're in Germany, I think.
Yes.
And we're still in England for grass. Roger Federer is coming on. I don't think Novak is playing.
Any
And
grass?
I don't think he's playing any grass. I think Murray is playing.
Queens, yep.
He's playing Queens, which is this week, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Everyone is back except for Novak, which is
Okay.
usually the case. He doesn't usually play any grass. Every now and then, back in the day, he used to play holla, but not anymore.
I'm fine with him not playing.
It's fine
It's
with him
a rather
breathing.
tough road. I don't think any of the top ladies have really signed up for. I think Simona signed up for tennis this week, right? She's playing in Birmingham.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it should be fun next week. We'll be back next week with another interesting segment. I hope you all enjoyed this one. Again, comment below, and if you have any sponsors, we really appreciate the money. Until our top six men and women, our check clear allowance. We don't get the allowance just yet, ladies and gentlemen who are listening. So, Andrine, I don't know about your number, 5, because Georgie just get a big check and she's on your list trying to spend a little bit of money.
I'm gonna leave her to that. She can keep the first.
Okay. So, folks, I really thank you for listening. I hope you had a good time. And as always, my co-hosts are just the absolute best. So, thank you for listening. And as always, we appreciate your comments below. Thank you. Have a good night, good day. And again, don't listen to us while you're on the treadmill. Okay, we're not responsible if you hurt yourself. All right, bye.